What's happening, guys? So back with another video, and I want to talk about our new signing, Jakub Kiwior. Now we've signed him from, if I'm going to say it right, Spezia, or Spethitha, or Spethia. I don't know. Anyways, what I do know is we've signed a Polish centre back. He's played all the games for Poland in the World Cup. To be honest, I don't know anything about the guy. But, but I did look at his compilation on YouTube. Now, I know compilations on YouTube can make somebody look like world-class players, right? You buy a defender, you look at his compilation, he looks like the best defender in the world. You look at an attacking midfielder or a defensive midfielder, they look like the best in the world, striker, keeper, so on and so forth, right? What I've noticed in the compilation is he's actually all right on the ball from what I've seen. And he does have a good left foot on him. And he likes to play long balls. And he likes to play the kind of long balls where he stabs his foot into the ground so the ball just drives in the air all the way down. That will be very useful for players like Nketiah, Saka, Martinelli, Trossard, that can run on the end of it. Jesus when he's back. So I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, have Arsenal got ourselves another one where it's like, I don't want to get too gassed, but I'm happy. What I'm happy about is Arsenal are challenging and we're showing ambition because we want to try and achieve something. That's what I'm happy about. You know what I mean? Win this title or not, I'm happy that that's what we're doing. You know what I mean? Because, we've been crying out for that for so long. You know what I mean? There's been a couple of seasons where Arsenal should have won the league and we did nothing. We did nothing in the transfer window in January, no nothing. We didn't strengthen the squad. Basically, the fans, everything the fans was crying out for, we're doing in this window. Oh, we're doing in this season, and look at what we're doing. Arsenal are finally doing what the fans want, and we look like we're going to win the league. How about that? All this time we've been crying for strengthen the defence, strengthen here, strengthen there, buy in January, sell this player, sell that player, buy that one, whatever. And it seems like now Arsenal at least listening to the fans. You know what I mean? So this is another player in the bag now. So a midfielder is what we need now. We need a midfielder that's gonna, ease the playing time on Partey and Xhaka, because let's face it, as long as they're fit, they're starting every game. They're starting every single Premier League game anyway. You know what I mean? And it's one of those where I'm looking at these new signings and I'm thinking to myself, you definitely start them in the cup competitions. You know what I mean? That's that depth. That's how you go on to win a competition while you're still fighting for the main one. You know what I mean? So, to be honest, it's an exciting time to be an Arsenal fan, but we're only halfway through the season. So I've heard Arsenal fans, I've been watching fan cams and stuff like that, and there's some that are saying we're going to win the league. You're not going to hear, like I said in the last video, you're not going to hear me say Arsenal are going to win the league until it's still mathematically possible for us not to, but it's going to be almost impossible for us to not win it. Like I said, when Liverpool won it in 2020, before the pause of the season, Liverpool needed 2 more wins to win the league. There was still, City would have needed Liverpool to bottle a 20-something point lead or whatever, because Liverpool won the title quite early on in the season, really. I think it was around about April time, end of April or something. It was quite early anyway. And there was still, points that Liverpool was never going to lose that amount of games where they'll go from being 20-something points ahead to City just winning the league. It won't going to happen. You know what I mean? So we knew Liverpool were going to win it. If we get there, that's when I'll say we'll win the league. That is when I'll say it. I will not say it if it's still within reach of being taken away from us. Nope. Nope. I would hate to have the heartbreak that Liverpool have been having competing with Man City. Going into the last day and then you fall short because of previous droppings of points. You know what I mean? You'll win the game, but it means nothing because Man City won theirs. I don't want to be in that position. I don't want it to get to that stage. I want it to get to the stage like Liverpool's did when they won it. With this far points ahead, you know, it's going to take something catastrophic for us to bottle it, kind of thing. It's still possible, but it's going to be impossible. Once we're there, then I'll say it. But for now, nope. So yeah, new signing, Jakub Kiwior. Looks decent. Looks decent. He looks, you know, his tackles as well. He looks like he knows how to read players. It looks like he knows how to read players that are quite slick on the ball. But again, his highlights. Anybody can look like anything on highlights. That's the thing. But I'm happy that we've made 2 signings now. That's 2 of 3 that I said minimum. I said 3 minimum, right? 4 would be nice, but I think we're asking too much if we're going to ask for 4 signings. But you know, you never know. I mean, yeah, but oh yeah, and Jakub was at the game yesterday as well against Man U. He was in the stands, so he was watching, you know, Arsenal grind out. Obviously, FA Cup actions next, and I'd expect Big Tross to be starting that game, and yeah, would Kiwior get thrown in so soon? I don't know. You know what I mean? Maybe, maybe not. It'd be a good introduction for him if we were to come out of that game with a win, and a clean sheet. But yeah, I hope that match doesn't go to replay. The last thing I want is a replay, because with how many times we're playing City this year, we're guaranteed to be playing them 3 times this year. Inside this year, right? We could play him a total of 7 times. And it works out that we play him 3 times, twice in the league and the FA Cup. We could play a replay if this game is a draw. Then Community Shield, if we were to win the league or win the FA Cup and they were to win the league, or win the double and they were to finish second. And then we'll play him in the league, no doubt, going in 2023-24 season. But we could play them twice because it could be a fixture that falls twice before the calendar year's out. So we could possibly, it's possible to play Manchester City this year 7 times. Going by that. You know what I mean? Oh no, 8. Because if we draw them in the League Cup for next season, early inside this year, 8 times we could play Man City inside this year. Don't ask me why I worked that out. I just did. But yeah. Anyways, this video is not about Man City or anything like that. It was about Jakub Kiwior. But yeah, from what I've seen, I'm happy with the signing. I ain't got no problems, but I don't know anything about him. I've just seen some highlights. So yeah, let's just hope that he fits in well. He gels in with the players and everything like that, to the point of where, you know, the form that the players are in, the defensive players are in and everything like that, rubs off on him, you know what I mean? So yeah, anyways, let me know what you guys think. Follow the socials, like the video, share the video, comment, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.